All right. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to tonight's show. Hi, Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn.
Tonight we're doing a Goofy movie.
Yes, Carolyn. I love the music in this movie also.
All right. Sorry about that. I can read the comments easier on my phone than I can on the screen. All right. So I'm going to start. Sorry, guys. I talk a lot with my hands. I'm going to start with the fact that I forget why as a child that I liked this movie, or I forgot why. But I was reminded. So, because it's been a while since I've watched it. And I completely forgot about all the music in it. So, did you guys like the music in the movie?
My favorite song in the movie was I love it. And it's just because I want to say at the 20th anniversary at D23 they performed it live. So I got to hear the version live, like not in person, but I watched it on YouTube. Between that and watching that.
So Carolyn, you said your favorite thing about the film was the music. So, do you have a favorite song?
Yes, Carolyn, I would love to know your favorite song.
Oh, I would too.
Did you have a favorite, Jessie?
I actually do. It was the opening song, like Last Day of School or whatever it was. You know what song I'm talking about?
When he's running, is it when he's running through the field?
Yeah, and he's embarrassed by his dad, and then he's like runs out of the house, and then everybody starts singing.
Yes. I thought that first scene, though, in the movie was really weird. Let me tell you. The cornfield, he's running through the cornfield, and he sees the girl on top of what was she on top of?
Fence post? A rock?
I just thought that was weird.
He was having a nightmare about the girl he likes.
Why would you have a nightmare? It should be a good thing about it.
Because he's afraid he's going to turn out like his dad.
You don't want to turn out like Goofy.
Well, apparently he doesn't. So, that was one of the things I said, that it started with the nightmare. And the fact that Max is a klutz, just like his dad. Although it's hard to decipher which one's the big klutz. So, then you've got the thing at school. And I'd like to point out real quick that I've never seen PJ Pete in any other thing except a Goofy movie.
I want to say that he was in another one related to a Goofy movie.
The I Want song?
Hello, Mickey's Girls.
Hi, Danielle. Oh my gosh.
Hi, Danielle.
So this is one, I think a lot of people like this one.
I will look up the I Want song. I want to see what song that is now.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think that was...
But it also might be autocorrect, because remember, she speaks to words, or she uses the speak out loud thing, so it might have corrected it.
I think the I Want song was when they're in the car on the highway. Correct me if I am wrong, Carolyn.
Oh, I think Pete is in some of the Mickey shorts.
PJ Pete or actual Pete? Because I thought that was cool how it made Pete have a kid too, and he's complete opposite, in my opinion, than his dad.
The N-word song is the song in the musical that tells you the problem and musical.
Okay.
Carolyn, send me the song that you're talking about if you can.
Yeah, if you can send it to Rachel. I'm gonna keep going on. Like, speaking of songs, how apparently Max has never gotten in trouble at school before.
The dad
okay.
beat not his kid. I wonder why he's not in more movies or shorts. So you mean Max?
That's what I was. No, PJ.
Yes.
I was wondering that because, and we'll do this at the end. I do look up the characters for these. And let me tell you, I'm just gonna say right now that the voice actors in this movie, if you were an 80s baby raised in the late 80s and the 90s, this is your childhood. These voice actors are your childhood. Like, for real. But we'll get into that later. But I want to move on to where it's the last day, last school of the assembly, last day of school assembly. I'm sorry, I'm having issues talking tonight. And they go to, I can't even remember his name. I just called him Cheese Whiz guy. Cause that's just gross. I'm sorry. The Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
Yes. I've never liked Cheese Whiz.
I don't
So
either. I remember when my brother used to squirt all that stuff on like crackers like every day, and I got a gross face out.
But they're backstage rigging up the wiring and stuff, and for Max to have this big performance to talk to Roxanne or ask her out, and they're doing this all while the Principal Mazer is running on and on and on about stuff nobody cares about. Like, who thinks about science during summer vacation unless you are a like really, really smart person? Most kids don't.
You're a whiz.
I have nothing against really, really smart people. My niece is really, really smart. So then he starts singing and performing along with like what the music video was or whatever, and dancing. And eventually, of course, it's a goof, so stuff goes wrong, and the three kids get in trouble. So, but also, would you my next question before we go into what happened in the principal's office? Would you consider this a musical? Anybody in chat?
So.
You would?
Yeah, because if you compare it to like High School Musical or something like that, they talk in it, even though this one's older. Yeah. Are you serious?
I know this has nothing to do with the movie. Box Lunch has the Roxanne and Pete shirts that were put on around Valentine's Day on clearance. Ooh.
Mickey's awesome. Girls, you should have got one if you didn't already.
Yeah, I know. Danielle like gets everything.
I want to. Like, you're gonna make me look these up, Danielle.
The shirts, yes. Look them up and show us, Rachel. Right? Danielle would consider it a musical. So they all get in trouble and they're in the princess's office. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I got up way too early today, so my bad. My hair's a mess. Um, so they're in the principal's office, and Pete's all freaking out, or PJ, I'm sorry, not Pete.
I don't know if
He's
this is the
freaking.
shirt, but they have this shirt online, and it says "Stand Out," and it has Mickey and Max.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Um, so PJ's all, my dad's gonna kill me, and then, I mean, it's not true, but whatever. Then Max goes in, or I don't even know if Max goes into the office because it doesn't show that, but his dad gets called, and this is after Max gets caught dancing with the Mambo or whatever it was with the secretary because he spoke with Roxanne, and they're going to, okay, Danielle, they're going to Stacy's for the, you can tell how old this movie is, for the pay-per-view concert of Powerline.
Carolyn sent me the song. It is called After Today. I don't know what scene that's from, though.
Yeah, and we can't play a little bit of it because we get copyrighted.
I can try and find out what scene it was in.
Okay. No, After Today is the beginning song. That's the one they're singing before school.
This is the only thing that it shows. It's her in like the gym.
Yeah, that's the end of the song. So the principal calls Goofy, and yeah, he basically says the wrong thing, making Goofy himself think that his son is going to end up in prison.
Which is rude.
Which, why, I don't understand why principals are that bad, especially if a kid hasn't done anything wrong all year. So.
And I feel like nowadays a principal, like if a principal was to say that to a kid, they would get kicked out of school. For sure.
Yeah. So Max gets home, flying high on cloud 9 because of what happened with Roxanne, and finds out he has to go on a fishing trip with his dad, and he doesn't have a choice. Not gonna lie, if I came home from school and my mama said we're going on a fishing trip, I'd go.
I'd go too. You get free food.
Even if I had just like made plans with, you know, someone I liked. Hi, EJ, Brad, and Kai.
Hi, so, Brad. Hi, Kai.
I would still go. And so he says he needs to stop somewhere and say good, basically tell someone something, and he has to tell Roxanne that he can't go, because he has to go on a trip with his dad. And in the process of that, he lies to Roxanne. Like, it just came out. And he tells her his dad knows Powerline, and he's going to. Yeah, Danielle, I completely agree. Would have been fun if he didn't have plans. So he tells Roxanne that his dad knew Powerline and he'll wave from her from the stage. And so Roxanne,
Powerline's a real band.
I don't think so. And then of course as they're driving. Now, I don't know about you, but my mom would have killed me for the on-off of the music, the fighting over the music. Like, my mama
Yes.
would not have been happy with that. It would be, what I pick goes. You want to listen to something else? Bring your headphones. So, hence why I always take my headphones with me.
My
If we're going
parents would have
long
been
distance.
mad at me if I would have went on, off, on, off, on, off.
Yes. Even my dad, he would have gone, bop. I'd have gotten backhanded, man. Then I'm trying to remember, and then they have the song where they're driving down the highway after the music debacle, we'll call it, and Goofy starts singing with the, sounds of the car that the car is making, which I don't know how this car survived from where they were to LA and back. So it was like, okay, I'm confused. But I listened to the song, I got it, how they basically weren't happy, and he's learning that he's not happy, and then all these different characters show up within the course of this song. Do you recognize any of them? You guys in chat too. Did you recognize any of the characters that show up in the highway song, which is what I'm calling it?
I think they're from other Disney movies.
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't that be weird? Oh, and it says that Powerline, the inspiration for Powerline, it doesn't say that the real band came from the likes of Prince, Michael Jackson, and Bobby Brown.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So you didn't recognize specific characters?
Not any of them.
So y'all telling me you miss Mickey and Donald Duck?
Yeah. Even though I like them.
They were standing on the side of the highway. Like, it literally panned straight to them, and they had lines.
I'm surprised Minnie wasn't there.
Oh, I know. That would have been cool. Powerline was inspired by who again?
Hold on. Prince, Michael Jackson, and Bobby Brown.
Okay.
Oh, Mickey's
Danielle
Girls
remembers that
Remembers
part now. Yes.
I also noticed that the talent show part, when he's like getting ready to propose to asked to be his girlfriend, the croc from Peter Pan appears also. TikTok, is that the croc's name?
Oh, okay. No, Powerline, the character, was inspired by Prince, Michael Jackson, and Bobby Brown. He was the performer from the movie. There's one part of this movie that freaked me out. And that was the possum part.
I don't like
Anybody
possums.
else think that was weird? Yeah, it is cool to know. Yeah, I don't like possums either. They freak me out. Like, I don't even want to talk about possums right now.
They're creepy in person.
I will tell you backstage about a possum when this is
Okay.
over. Just remind me. So they go to the possum park, and of course, during all of this, it's like, whoa, okay, this just whole thing is creepy. He buys them hats, and I want to know if those were real possums that they made into hats or what, but no. And so he goes out to the car angry, of course, and like he's like, just let me know when we get there or whatever. So you can tell he's really mad at his dad. They get to wherever they're gonna camp for the night, and it's like, okay. He's sitting on a rock. Goofy's putting together the tent, and all of a sudden, this big old thing just rolls over Goofy, and it's Pete and PJ. And I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh.
Go ahead.
Because Pete is basically telling Goofy, put your foot down. You've got to be in control. Have to have them under your thumb. So he puts his foot down, makes him go fishing with him. And when he's showing them the weird, wacky way to fish, the Goofy way, he catches Pete's steak and finally throws the cast out. And of course, it doesn't land in the water. It lands on the opposite bank. Only in a cartoon, right? When it lands on the opposite bank, Bigfoot walks up, eating a log, and then he smells the steak. Tosses log, grabs the steak. And of course, Goofy thinks he's caught a 3-pounder. I'm pretty sure Bigfoot weighed more than that.
Yes.
And so finally he reels Bigfoot in, and Max is just like, Dad, it's Bigfoot. And all Goofy can do is, could you back up there, Mr. Foot? I'm like, so they end up spending the night in their car, or in the car, and have this really cute father-daughter moment. I'm sorry, father-son. I did not
I
say
was
that.
like, what?
Bad Jessica. And they, hi Ashley. They
Ashley's World.
they bond over a can of soup.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yes, because he was
Who
remembering
nowadays bonds over a can of soup?
Well, this was from what year?
Let me see.
I
Give
thought
me a
you looked
second.
it up.
I did. Give
Well,
me a
it's from the
second.
90s.
1995.
We know it's from the 90s. Okay, so it's from 95, so back then. And he called it Hi Dad Soup. However, if you can heat a can of soup up on a car lighter, I want to know if you can really do that
We should try
in
it.
case of emergency. Do cars still have car lighters?
Some of them do. Some older cars do. You mean like the little things that you push in and it lights the little flame?
Yeah, and then you use it to light your cigarette?
Yeah, some cars still have it. My dad fixed my tennis shoe one time with the car little lighter because it was coming, like the strings were coming undone. And that's how I fixed it.
No to the no card lighters or no to the can of soup thing, Danielle?
Come on, Danielle. We can put it on your channel. You never know. It could get 1 million views on a YouTube short.
heating up soup with a car lighter. And I was like, what the? Because next thing we know, Bigfoot's sleeping on top of the car. She hasn't seen a car lighter in years.
They still have them.
Well,
trust me.
I'm pretty sure our van would have one, but I think it got thrown out forever ago when we just used a little plug thingy for our chargers.
I think my dad does. I'm not sure. Hold on. Yep, our 2006 Toyota Tundra still has the car lighter.
Those things are handy though.
Yes, they are.
Even if you don't smoke.
Yes.
So, and then it shows them pulling into a diner. And I'd be so embarrassed if my parent did this, standing up in the middle of the diner to say he's proud of him and passing on the map, saying he can navigate. And this is after Max did something in the middle of the night. Do you remember what he did? Anybody in chat remember?
Didn't he get out of the car?
No. I'll give people in chat a minute to answer. But while they do that, I would have been completely embarrassed by Goofy standing up and putting his foot on the table in the middle of the restaurant. Diner or no diner?
Especially during COVID nowadays, or the virus. Can you imagine how unsanitary that is?
Oh, yeah. I definitely could. That would be crazy. So what he did was he changed the routes on the map. It is no longer going to Lake Destiny. It's going to LA. So
I was gonna tell you, there was actually an option for LA or Idaho on that map, or on the place.
Yeah. So they bond on this little road trip, being told that he gets to pick the places they stop and all this, and he trusts him with the map. Hi, Jeffrey. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Jeffrey.
So they stop wherever Max wants. And of course, they do some roller coasters and whatnot, and then realizing that it's making his dad sick, they make some stops for his dad. Like the mime. I was kind of like, okay, because all of a sudden the piano fell down on the mime when Goofy pretended to do the thing too, and then went snip snip to whatever the mime was holding, and all of a sudden the piano comes down. They just kind of walk off whistling. And then at this point, I forgot Pete was in the movie because you haven't seen him in a while. And of course, this is when Max finds out Roxanne told the whole school about his lie. And I'm just like, well, crap. That's not good. And Pete overhears this, says something to Goofy, and Goofy's like, no, I trust my son. And so he's sitting in the car because he's like fighting with himself, I guess, about looking at the map, and he slams his hands on the steering wheel and the glove compartment pops open. And I mean, with the way their car is at this point, yeah. And so he ends up seeing the map. And so he goes in, goes to bed. PJ leaves.
Hi, Tripping with the Turners. Thanks for coming in. Jesse, that's that channel that I told you about. I sent them the link to come check us out.
Oh, well, hi. Welcome. That's awesome. So we get to something that I'm going to be honest with you, I can relate to. Because I did this actually just yesterday. As they're driving down the road and... Well, I'm glad you love Goofy. This is the perfect night to join us. Because of what... It's a Goofy movie. They get to the turnoff and Goofy's like right or left, and he's holding that steering wheel like his life depends on it, hoping his son is not going to, pick the way that he to LA. But he does at the last minute. And Goofy pulls into one of those little turnaround thingies just off the edge of the highway. And I did this yesterday. I forgot I had my seatbelt on and I went to get out of the car.
I do that a lot.
So I relate to Goofy, even though I was not mad when I did this. When Goofy went to get out of the car and ended up fighting with his seatbelt because he was angry, I was not angry when it happened, but I relate, and I cannot laugh at him for that. Anyway, so they're arguing, and Max just barely touches the car. Like, he leans on it, and all of a sudden, there goes the car. And this is why I like cartoons. The car going over, doing all that stupid stuff, where they're trying to hold on to it, and it goes like it's on a roller coaster over the... what are those rails called?
Rail tracks?
No, beside the highway to make sure you don't go off the road. Or in this case, down off the side of the mountain. The highway rails.
Barriers?
Something like that. How it, runs over those like a train track.
Guardrails.
Yes, guardrails, that's it. And I was like, okay, now they're floating down a river, and I'm like, yes, thank you.
Thank
and
you,
then they're, floating down the river, and it's like, okay. And the car at this point is trash. They're sitting on top of the river, and they're, finally in the end, they're getting along again, seeing each other's point of views. So Goofy decides he's going to help get Max on stage. And I was like, okay, it shows them nowhere near LA that I know of, still in the river, when all of a sudden they're being tossed into the backstage area and popping out of instrument cases. I was like, how'd they get there that fast? I'm confused. So they're running around trying to figure out how to get him on stage. Anybody think it was funny that Goofy walked in on the lady? Like, I don't think she has a name, but the singing lady?
thought that was hilarious.
And then all of a sudden, freaking out from that, ends up in this big globe thingy and on stage.
Like a snow globe?
More like those static electricity balls. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, those things are cool. Ones that they sell at
Yeah.
Walmart that you like put your finger and the electricity goes
Yes,
towards your finger.
that's what it reminds me of. That is what it reminds me of. So he ends up landing on stage and not knowing what to do. Max is up on the catwalk area where they end up, he's going down to his dad, do the goofy cast or whatever it was. So he does that. The next thing you know, he's dancing with Powerline. And trying to remember how Max ends up on stage. Exactly. I think he fall from Oh, sorry. Sorry, y'all. My nephew distracted me. He's cuddling with the dog in the living room.
At least he's out there.
He ends up falling from the stage onto the stage and ends up getting up and just starts dancing. And it pans to everybody at Stacy's at the pay-per-view party, and everybody's just like jaws on the ground. So I thought that was the end of the movie. I honestly remember that being the end of the movie when I was little. But there's more. I'm doing a live stream.
I hear, hi, Charlie.
Do you want to come say hi and then go back out there? Okay, hurry up.
No, I want to sleep with you.
Oh, no. On here, do you want to say hi?
No, I want to sleep with you.
Jesse, you
Okay,
got a compliment.
Yeah, oh, thank you.
I need some
Hey,
room.
hey, Charlie, if you're good,
I'm sorry, baby.
Charlie, if you'll get, Charlie, if you're good, I'll show you Godzilla after the stream.
Okay.
She has a Godzilla. Hi, everybody.
What's on the Godzilla?
I don't know.
Guys, this is my nephew, Charlie. Danielle says hi, honey, and Trippin' with the Turner says hi. He does some of my videos with me, you guys, so.
I want to go back.
Okay, go play. He just wanted to pop in and say hi. He loves Paw Patrol. He does. Anyway, so they go and Max, to end the movie, Max wants to tell Roxanne the truth. The one thing I do have to say is, do you guys think Roxanne's dad is hilarious or what? Like, he's that overprotecting giant bulldog looking dad.
Yes. Do you see what Trippin Turner said? Them
And
dimples.
he has, we call them the Sans dimples because my grandpa had them. His older brother has them. So, it's, it's just, yeah. He's a heartbreaker already.
I love
so
that
Max,
emoji.
So, Max goes to tell Roxanne the truth, starts to tell Roxanne the truth. She gets a little upset, obviously. And then they talk about it, and then she wants to go out that night, and he's like, it is a cool family trait. Everybody loves him. He's wherever we go. So Max says, no, I can't. I'm doing something with my dad tonight. And she's looking at him like, are you lying to me again? And he's being serious, and she tells him that, and then says, how about tomorrow night? She agrees, and then Goofy is out kicking the car, trying to put the bumper back on. Or whatever it was. I think it was the bumper. or the grill, one of the two. And I don't know how he ends up going up and landing on the roof, going to the roof. I don't remember how that happened, but it does. And yeah, that was how they ended the movie, with Goofy being introduced to Roxanne and him kissing Roxanne's hand.
Which I thought was super cute.
Yes.
Because I feel like no one ever does that anymore.
No. I have to agree. So, do you have any cool little facts that you want to share?
Yes. So the title Eye to Eye was inspired by Prince's song, such as I Would Die and the number 4 and then the letter U, which I've never heard. And the movie debuted at the AMC Pleasure Theater at Walt Disney World on April 5th, 1995. And
Awesome.
That's the same year that the movie Toy Story was released. And the budget for the movie was $18 million.
Holy crap. 18 million?
It's either 18 million or 18,000. Let me see.
I was like, 18 million's a lot. While you're looking that up, I've got some actually, like I told you earlier, the voice actors in this movie, were born and grew up in the 80s and 90s. The voice actors in this movie are literally your childhood. If you watched cartoons, or a couple of TV shows, I was going through, like I do for each movie, and I was shocked to learn some of this stuff. The actor that plays Goofy, his name is Bill Farmer, and he has always been the voice of Goofy since 1987. There's never been another person that voiced Goofy. And all of these voice actors have done other cartoons together, and the majority of them have been in one Scooby-Doo or another. So a lot of them have done Scooby-Doos. Like, I didn't write down specific ones because that's just a pain in the butt. Because as we know, there are so many. The next one we're gonna go for is, we're gonna do Roxanne.
Okay, I got it.
It is a pretty cool gig. Okay, what was it?
It says estimated on IMDb 18 million.
Okay. That's still a lot. Especially back then. We're gonna do Roxanne next. She was played by Kelly Martin, and she played Molly Tasmania, the Tasmanian Devil, in Tasmania. She was also Daphne in A Pup Named Scooby-Doo from 1988 to 1991. Then we're going to go to person that played PJ Pete. His name was Rob Paulsen. He did several Scooby-Doos as well, including one of my favorites. He was in Vampire Rock. I think that's what it's called. He, and I love this, has always, in everything that PJ Pete has been in, since 1992, he is the only PJ Pete.
That's amazing.
Yes. He also, if you watched Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, he is the voice of Toodles.
Is Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, is that the one that Justin Timberlake was on?
I don't know. Honestly, I watched episodes here and there because of my friend's daughter, and Charlie watches it on Disney Plus sometimes. And if you watched Rescue Rangers, he was the voice of Donald Drake. I don't know how Pete got a peg leg. That would be something interesting to find out.
I can look it up real quick, Trippin' with the Turners, if you would like me to.
Okay. I'd like you to, because that's interesting. And then if you watch the Animaniacs or Pinky and the Brain, he is the voice of Pinky and Yakko. And the new Animaniacs, I do not know what it's called. I think they still called it the Animaniacs. He still plays Yakko. He is the only voice of Yakko. So now we're going to move on to the two big ones. They are the people that played Max and Pete. We're going to start with Max because the person that plays Pete coincides with next week's movie. Max played Kevin in Gummy Bears. I'm sorry. He's played by Jason Marsden, who played Kevin in Gummy Bears. He was Nelson in Full House. Played himself in Boy Meets World. Oh, I love it! Tripping with the Turners. Yes. Yes, that was that. Yeah. He was Rich on Step by Step. Eddie Munster in The Munsters, and Thackeray. He played the voice. He was the voice actor that they used for Thackeray Binks because I guess they didn't like. I want to call him Timothy McGee because he was an NCIS, but it's Sean something.
Sorry.
They used him. They used Sean as the actual person for Thackeray, but they used Jason Marsden's voice for Binks. And he played Max Goof on House of Mouse. And apparently Kovu in The Lion King 2.
I don't remember The Lion King 2. I have to tell you that now.
Well, eventually we'll get to The Lion King 2 because I want to do those two movies together in one night. He also, I don't watch Lion Guard.
I don't either.
But apparently Kovu is in, excuse me. Apparently Kovu is in Lion Guard. So he's playing Kovu in Lion Guard as well. Did you find why he's Peg Leg Pete?
Okay, so it really doesn't say, but I found this article. It's super long, but it says basically when Walt lost Oswald in 1929, he became the bear version of Pete as well. However, because of his popularity, the Disney animators simply changed him into a cat and altered his name to Peg Leg Pete. But it doesn't say how. Maybe can you try and find it?
I'll look after the stream, and once if I find it, I will put it in the comments below, and I will send you tag you, Tripping with the Turners, in the comments so that you'll be able to have an answer to that question if I find it. Because that's gonna bug me now. I'm one of those people that it will bug me. Now I want to move on to Pete. The interesting thing about Pete, he is played by Jim Cummings, and he is one of the main people that has ruled my childhood. In Rescue Rangers, he was Monterey Jack.
Rescue Rangers.
You're welcome. Not a problem. In Sonic, the original Sonic, he was Dr. Robotnik. I'm just going to say these two words. He's bonkers. And if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you know who Bonkers was. Orange Bobcat Cop, who was, well, bonkers. He played Tantor in, I believe, Tarzan 2. I don't remember if it was Tarzan 1 because there were so many that this man has been in that I was missing some. There's one I'm missing. I can't. One of these men, I can't believe I didn't write it down.
I can
With
find
Spike.
it. What do we need?
Land Before Time. Who played Spike?
What Land Before Time, though?
Every single one.
Okay, hold on.
Well, she looks that up.
Sorry,
I'm
I was
going to continue.
sending Tripping with the Turners my link because they're making me a mod. So.
Okay.
Spike. Let's see. Okay, keep going, and I'll find it.
Jim also played Ed from The Lion King. The hyena. I don't know if any of y'all watched Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, I don't know if any of you watched Powerpuff Girls, but he was Fuzzy Lumpkin in all the Powerpuff Girls, even the remakes or whatever. So I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like I said, this guy is my childhood. He is also Kaa in the Jungle Book 2. In the 2018 and 2019 DuckTales, he was Darkwing Duck. And he is the only Darkwing Duck. So from the original Darkwing Duck and all that, it's him. Like, this guy is Disney through and through for the most part. More recently, and this breaks my heart because he's one of my favorite characters from Princess and the Frog.
Are you talking about the guy that played Bigfoot?
No, Pete.
No, the one that you wanted me to look up.
Just look up Spike from Land Before Time.
I did, and the person that plays Bigfoot is the same person that played Spike, it says.
Okay, that's what it was.
His name is Frank Welker.
Yeah, see, like I said, I don't know why I didn't write it down.
He's in a lot. I'm looking at his page right now. He's in I swear he's in everything.
No, Spike didn't talk much. But he did a little bit in the later movies. Like maybe once or twice in the early movies. But I think, and don't quote me on this because I really didn't watch after the third or fourth movie. But he may speak in the 5 through 14. I don't know. Then we have these interesting facts that I'm saving for last. He is the one and only Tasmanian Devil since 1991. And that Taz was my brother and my mom's one of their favorites. This is fun. Did you know the voices of Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2 are one person? One.
Is it the same on the ride at Walt Disney World? Because the Turning with the Turners went on Winnie the Pooh. So if that was the same person that did Winnie, they heard the voice actor's name today.
I don't know if it's the if it's the same person that did the rides, I don't know, but he has been Winnie the Pooh and Tigger for 33 years.
What's his name?
Jim Cummings.
Okay.
The actor that played Pete. And he has been Pete since 1992. Thank you for letting Socks back in, Charlie. He let my little fluff ball in.
Socks.
Yes, they are. All these voices are, like, it blows my mind, the range of these characters. And the fact, like I said, it's, like, insane. And the last one I have down for Jim Cummings, the actor of Pete, leads into next week's movie. I know, Danielle, when I was looking this up, I was like sitting there mind blown, and I messaged Rachel and I told her, this is my childhood.
Yeah,
I
believe
couldn't believe it. I mean, some of these actors that I didn't write down, some of the stuff, they were in The Tick, all the popular TV shows when we were little. One of them was in the, like I said, the Scooby-Doos, just all of it, Transformers, just all of it. There's just too many to write down. Next week we are doing Hercules.
Ask the Turners what their favorite movie is, and maybe we can do it one week.
Okay, I'll do that after this. But since we're doing Hercules next week, while I was researching what they were in, I found out Jim Cummings was also Nessus, the river centaur, and he was the tall Thespian and the elderly Thespian from Hercules. So when I found that out, I was like, well, that ties in perfectly for what we've decided to do next week. So, and I remember the River Centaur, like, that was just, it may be a short bit, but it's in there. And
it says that Jim Cummings did do the ride voice at Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, he did?
It says that. Wow. I don't know if he did, but maybe someone watch a Jim Cummings movie, listen to his voice. Next time you go on the Winnie the Pooh ride, listen to Pooh's voice and tell us if that's him.
Right? Like, now I want to go back to people's streams that have streamed from Winnie the Pooh, writing it, and listen.
Tripping with the Turners did it today. I requested it.
I'll go back and rewatch that because there was so much I had to do today that I couldn't watch all of it. But I'm going to go back and watch theirs. And, who else has it? I think the VP. It might be VP or Kelly from the Mickey Bunch. I'll have to look. Danielle, the Hercules, I like the Disney version better than some of the other versions they have. Like, it's been redone a lot from a lot of different angles, I guess. but my favorite will always be the Disney version because I guess it's just because it's what I grew up on and I love Disney. So we are going to do that next week.
That was suggested
then-
by So Cargo,
Yes,
correct?
that was requested by So Cargo, so I will be messaging her. I know she just had a surgery, which is why she's taking some time off, but I will message her, and if she feels good next week, let her know, so maybe she'll be in chat and with us. But we're pretty much we're looking for something to do. We haven't decided on April 6th movie yet. So Danielle and Trippin' with the Turners, if you guys have any movie suggestions, we are open to them. I've got a lot written down. I will say this, on the 27th of April, we are doing High School Musical, and we will have just Sammy Things joining us that night. Because she absolutely loves High School Musical, and she'll probably sing all the songs.
I'm going to too. I'm going to sing along with her.
You don't want me to sing along. Trust me.
You can hum it. Me and her will sing.
Oh, I can hum it? Okay. So if you guys want to maybe suggest a movie, we are open for suggestions because we're trying to do what our viewers would want.
Yes.
No, you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear. I can't sing.
Come on.
No.
Jesse, come on.
No. I don't have any music playing. So no. Nope.
I will tell you, and I'm just going to take a guess because I'm not 100% sure. Our friend Gonzo, when he does musical, whatever, karaoke nights, I'm just going to take a guess. Jessie sings along when she's at home. When she's not on stream, while Gonzo's singing.
Possibly. But yeah, since you mentioned it, I will link Gonzo down below, and y'all can check him out Monday nights for melody mixes. So
but Trippin' with the Turners, we or everyone, we might be doing Little Mermaid. We're not sure when, but
yes.
D&G Explorers will be
do,
joining us.
You might hear me sing them because I don't need to take notes for Little Mermaid.
I need to go back and watch that.
If you can't tell, that is my biggest pin collection, and I have more on the way of that. And my Funko Pops, the biggest collection of Funko Pops I have, next to Frozen 2, is the Little Mermaid. I love the Little Mermaid. So
Trippin' with the Turners, do you guys have a favorite? Do you or your kids have a favorite Disney movie?
that was
Look what he said. Turn it.
Yes.
Maybe we can have them on for a week, like maybe Little Mermaid 2.
It depends on when we decide to do it. What about you, Danielle? Do you have a favorite? Trying to think what her lounge flies she has, because I know she said her favorite.
I kind of want to go. Wait, did she say it in the swap? Moana. Yes, I want to do that so bad.
Yes, Moana. I would love to do Moana.
Okay. Do you guys have a second favorite movie, perhaps?
Yeah, is there a second favorite that you've got, Trippin' with the Turners? Because we do have Little Mermaid. We're just not sure when we're going to do that one, but we will be because that is my favorite, too.
Can I sing along that night, too?
I might.
I'm not the same.
Down where it's wetter.
There you go, Trippin' with the Turners.
There you go.
That's your clip, your sneak peek.
Goonies.
I wish the Goonies was Disney. I really wish.
All Disney movies, basically. Okay, so we do have a bunch written down. So
We even have Tower of Terror.
yes. Have any of you seen Tower of Terror? Lady and the Tramp. Ooh, that's a good one.
I like that idea. But which Lady and the Tramp? That's my question, Mickey, Girls. Daniela, do you want the new one or do you want the old one? That's my question for you.
What are you talking the live action one?
Yeah, the live action one, or do you want the old one?
Yeah, if we do the live action one, that's straight gonna be review. I maybe seen that it's on Disney Plus. I haven't watched it yet. But yeah, have any of you seen Tower of Terror with Kristen Dunst and oh my gosh, I can't reach it right now. I can't. Steve Guttenberg, I
can see
believe.
who's in it.
I've never been to Disney, so I've never ridden the ride.
Agreed. Sorry. I'm agreeing with her.
Well, I've never seen the live action.
I like the live action.
So I guess I better get on that.
Let's see.
I want
to.
Yeah.
I'm checking who's the actress. Actors.
I know it's Kristen Dunst and
Steve Guttenberg.
Yes, Steve Guttenberg. Now, like I said, I've never ridden the ride, obviously, because I haven't been there, but I think for the most part, it is based off the ride, or the ride is based off it. I'm not sure which.
For those weeks, I guess we can talk about it backstage, but are we going to have a guest for that one? And when we do Haunted Mansion, so they could compare the movie to the ride? Someone maybe that's been on it?
I want to.
I do too.
I want to. So
has Mickey's Girls been on it, perhaps?
I don't know. We will find somebody that has. All right. So it is 10:08. We're going to go ahead and talk about, can you tell us what you have coming up on your channel, Rachel?
I don't know. I've been working. I might post a video of, I don't have a time-lapse video, but I've been working on this diamond painting, so I might take a video of it and how it's done.
Okay.
But I still might have my car show video coming out soon. But that's about it. She said plenty of times.
Well, maybe we'll have to have a little talk, Danielle, if we decide to do either one of those. I had a video come out today. I usually don't have videos on Tuesdays. It's either usually Monday or Friday. Lately, it's been both. I won Thrifty Nerdy Moms giveaway, which is where I got these beauties. So
I'd love to see it, Danielle. Danielle.
Then Friday I have a pin mail video coming out.
Pin mail.
Sunday I will, and I'll link this below as well. Sunday I am going to be on the Hall Family Adventures Craft and Chat.
I'll probably be there. I'll try.
Okay, well, let her know. And then on Monday, I have another video coming out. It is Magic Mail Monday, my first one. And that is some of the stuff that I got in the mail. I filmed it today or yesterday. I got some mail that I completely forgot about, and then I got mail from The Adventures of Gonzo. And we'll sneak a peek at that. I got this awesomeness from him.
I need one of those. Girl. Let me guess what you're going to tell me. Become a channel member.
Down below. He sent me some goodies when he sent me the plates. So that comes up on Monday, and then next Tuesday we have Hercules. So I've already posted or scheduled the video, I do believe, or I'm going to be scheduling the video after this.
It's always in her playlists, guys. I've learned that.
Yeah, it will always be in my playlist. I put it right in there under Tuesday movie review nights. So that is it for me this week. And
congrats
any
on
of
70, by the way.
Huh?
Congrats on 70, by the way. You were at 69 when I checked earlier, and you hit 70 today.
Yes, I hit 70. So I have 70 subscribers. I'm super excited. But if any of you come up with a movie you think we could do, go ahead and leave it in the comments below after this. And remember, if you are rewatching this, comment below, let us know that you're watching the replay. And we will see you next week.
Oh, are we sending them to Hitchhiking Bones or something like that?
Oh, yep. Go over and check out Hitchhiking Bones. They're live now.
Can you post their link, or do you need me to?
You probably have to find it because I'm on my tablet.
Okay, hold on. Let me do this real quick, guys. They're talking about what they should do in Walt Disney World. Hold on. Second. And make sure you smash that like button, guys.
Yeah, let us know that you liked it.
Look! 71! Congrats on 71! Tripping with the Trippers!
Thank you! Oh my gosh! Mwah.
Okay, that is the Hitchhiking Bones link.
All right. We will see you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to Rachel too. And we will see you guys next week for Hercules. Bye!
Y'all.